Hi, I'm Mary Testa. You may know me from Oklahoma, Nightside Songs, 50 years of all kinds of work, Bill Finn. And this is Drama Club with Matty.
Your album we were just listening to Have Faith.
Yeah.
We love Have Faith.
Thank
a
you.
lot.
I'm proud of Have Faith.
A
Michael
lot.
Starobin and I. Yes.
And you've worked with Michael for a long time.
Yeah, I met Michael when he was 19.
Wow.
And I was 21, 22.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
We were really enjoying. I mean, honestly,
Was that the first time you heard it?
that was my first time that I had heard it. It was all Nathaniel. It was all Nathaniel. I said, you have to listen to Mary's Have Faith.
That album, if you have to listen to it all, because it all is a story kind of about self-knowledge.
And why in 2014 was that the pursuit?
It was a piece that Michael and I had worked on for a very long time. We had done a show called Sleepless Variations up at Barrington Stage many, many years ago. Before that, Bill Finn was running Barrington Stage and friend of both of us, and offered us a slot to work on our show, and we did it up there. And some of the stuff from that went into Have Faith.
Okay.
And it was really supposed to be a show, but then a friend of mine who's very wealthy said, I would like to do this as an album. And I was like, wow, because nobody else cares. Like none of the labels care. And so she produced the album for us. It was magic, and she's on the cover. The cover is a bunch of people on the street, and she's downstage with the angel wings.
All right.
Her name is Cappy. And so she's on the album cover. But it became that because all of those songs to me had a message, like going through Catholic school and finding out this wasn't your path, and just everything had a message for me. So all of those songs combined to me made it about self-acceptance and self-discovery and all of that.
Does Broadway take care of its veterans?
No. I mean, it's all show specific. I mean, I don't remember the last time I was auditioned for a Broadway show. It depends on who you are.
Sure. Sure. So there's nothing that crosses your desk and you're like, oh no, we're definitely going to do this project.
Oklahoma Broadway was an offer to me. What was the one before that? Chicago, Wicked, those shows that I've done, they were all offers, which was lovely.
That's wonderful.
That was lovely.
Did you have a favorite of those really commercial big ones?
Well, Wicked and Chicago are very similar in that they're really easy. They're those tracks, Morrible and Madam.
They're great.
Mama Morton, whatever her name is. You sing, you go sit down, you come back, you sing. So those are easy, and both of those shows are fun in a way. Wicked is like a machine. It's huge. And it's incredible to listen to the audience, and I'm very grateful for the job. I wouldn't want to do it again, but I'm very grateful for the 10 months I did.
Sure.
I had a good time, a relatively good time, and
a villain's a really fun role to play.
Villains are always fun to play.
You've really run the gamut as far as spectrum. You've done really camp like Xanadu. You've done a lot of really heartfelt, really heady work. Nightside Songs you just finished.
Yes.
Which version of yourself in those roles do you like better? Is camp way more fun?
Camp's always fun. Camp villains are always fun. But depending on the show, I like a show that digs in, and I like to find how little gas I can use for something, I like a serious role, but, I'm very often put in a comic, thing, which I can do easily. But I think when you are good at doing comedy, it's because you really understand tragedy. So,
Sure. Coming together.
I like
breaking
all of
apart.
it. I like all of it.
Nightside Songs got a lot.
Nightside Songs was a beautiful show.
I didn't see it. Is it
I
going anywhere?
I think so. I don't know. I don't think so.
That's not even a pod question. That's just a selfish question.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't know. And I doubt it. I don't know.
Okay. Why? It's just.
Well, because I don't know where it would go. I mean, we're at Lincoln Center, but those boys are the Lazur brothers that wrote it are incredible. They're incredibly talented. They had We Live in Cairo at New York Theater Workshop, and right now they have a show called The Lunchbox, which is at South Coast Rep, which is an all Indian production. They're young and they're so gifted, and I look forward to working with them again.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I love that so much.
Yeah.
Do audiences treat you differently if you're in more of a campy role versus a really serious? What's
but
the reception
Nightside
like?
Songs was, we would come out and give them sort of hymnals because they sang along in the
Yeah, that's right.
audience.
There was audience participation.
Yeah, so we would come out and see people and people would be like, oh, Mary Testa, hi. It was very sweet. And
that was me, actually. I said, Mary Testa, hi.
No, it was very sweet. And it was lovely. That show was incredible to do because it was about caregiving and illness and death. And what it was it allowed the audience to release grief. And so it was really very... it was like we took it. All five of us took it very seriously, in that we would shepherd this audience to get rid of grief that they were holding, not just for the story we were telling, but their own grief. And it was quite a challenge to stand tall with that. You know what I mean? To allow people to do that.
Are you interested more in that experiment? Like, should we be asking more from the audiences now versus just having them sit there and eat their food in the audience?
It was that particular, oh my God. The eating of the food is just...
Not the eating of the food.
Well, I remember during Oklahoma, people would bring in or talk and cell phones and, just people don't know how to behave anymore. They really don't in audiences. It's really, I can't, I go to the theater occasionally and I spend all my time just staring at people because they just don't know. Just sit down and shut up and watch the show. Don't be checking your phone every 5 minutes and eating, and you don't hear the crinkle of the back. I mean, there's so much that drives me crazy that I can't. It drives me nuts.
It actually extends outside of the Broadway theater.
Yeah.
I think just people just don't know how to act,
they don't. They think they're in
period.
their living room, and it's like theater is it's an honor to be in the theater.
What do we have to do to get back to a place where there's etiquette?
Just don't let anybody come in.
But Mary, then it's Netflix.
No, I know. Well, that's the problem because they've been, I guess. I don't really know how do you groom an audience to understand what to do. You would think people would figure it out.
I took a trip to the West End, and they're so polite and so quiet, and it's true. It can really ruin a show.
It ruins an experience, and if they think that actors can't hear,
they're wrong.
Then they're really wrong. So.
Speaking of to talk about Bill Finn, you were on the ground floor of the Chamber Musical Awakening. Did it feel odd for you to make the transition to small modern shows with Bill?
No. No. That was my first show. Well, it wasn't my first show in New York because when I was in college, I did a show at New Dramatist, but that's the kind of work I love doing. So, that's perfect.
What are you looking for when you're looking? Okay, what is my next show?
I do not plan a thing.
Okay, tell me more about the philosophy behind
this. This is another thing that I've always said when I'm interviewed is I'm like a pinball. Wherever I hit is where I go. I don't have a plan for myself. I mean, I've been doing this now 50 years. Whatever I hit against, I go. If there's something that I'm not interested in, I won't do it. And I've had a sort of boundary about myself ever since I first started. I mean, when I first started, Grease was on Broadway, and my agents were constantly trying to get me to go in to replace. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go in and replace. I mean, I've since replaced people, but I just was like, I don't want to do that. I want to do interesting other things. I don't want to do that. So, I've always sort of had, I don't want to tour. I've never done a tour. I don't want a tour. I like being in my house. I've worked out of town, and I'll do like 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, but it's hard for me because I want to be in my house.
What's your daily routine at home? What's it like?
Well, lately, I sleep, I get up, I look at TikTok. I'm a big TikTok fan.
You are?
I love TikTok.
What are you watching on TikTok?
Oh, everything. I love TikTok.
News or silly videos, performance videos? No, silly
videos are not my thing.
Not
performance
AI
videos. No. It's news. It's health hacks, life hacks. My algorithm is fantastic. And I love it.
I would love to see it.
I can watch it for 10 hours. Wow. I'm not interested in television anymore. I hardly ever watch television.
Okay.
Because I can watch TikTok all day and I'm happy.
I'm good.
Everybody makes fun of me.
No, I think it's great.
I just sent Julia Murney a video.
We love our Peppa Mama.
Yes. I just sent her a video of her singing Back to Before in 2004 from some regional show. She sounds exquisite.
It's amazing.
And she's directing a show right now up in Boston or something. And I just sent her the video and she didn't respond. So I was like, did you see the video I sent? And she just answered me today. Oh my God, yes. Oh my God. So,
You're that friend, Mary.
Yes,
You're like, did you see
TikTok.
the video I sent you?
I said it's from the TikTok because I know she would laugh at that. Yeah.
That's amazing.
I mean, she's amazing in it.
Do you think that for a show to be successful now, there has to be that viral imprint?
I guess. I mean, Death Becomes Her did like huge push on.
That's probably the best example of it working effectively.
I mean, just clips from the show and stuff, which they never used to allow, but I guess that's part of it.
Nightside Songs had your clip specifically was the one that I kept popping up. Oh, absolutely.
I never saw my own clips.
My stuff. Yeah, right.
I never saw my own clip.
It's up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's up there.
It never passed my algorithm.
Oh, that's interesting. You're not searching for yourself. You're not searching for yourself.
I can't. It's not my favorite thing.
Has Broadway gotten to a place where it's sort of better at making statements than actually trying to make change?
Probably. Making statements appeals to I keep saying, you have got to appeal to a mass of people on Broadway if you want a show to run and you want to put butts in the seats, unless you hire big stars, which they've been doing,
right,
to sell tickets. But so I think making changes doesn't happen. It's occasional. Occasional something will happen.
Do you think Broadway's is still for everyone? Who is Broadway for in 2026?
It kind of has to be for everyone. And I keep saying that in order to sell tickets, in order to keep a show going, you've got to appeal to a large swath of people. So, your New York audience comes at first, but then it's really all tourists in order to keep a show running. Although, I think that might have changed with COVID and all of that stuff. But I feel like that's what Broadway, most 80% is. I love when I see something like Illinois or something that's, different on Broadway, but that's not the norm. Doesn't seem to be anyway.
Sure. How about performance schedule? Do you feel like we should do something like eliminate the 8 show week, show week? Or
that would be nice.
Yeah,
it's really tough.
It is tough, right?
It's a very tough schedule. I mean, even off Broadway, it's tough to do something 8 times a week. And only I love that. It was the one from Moulin Rouge.
Megan
Thee Stallion said, I learned that the weekend is Monday.
That was funny.
Right. But that's what it is. And that's the day you get to do all your shit you've got to get done.
Laundry, everything.
Yeah, on one day. So it would be nice. It's never going to happen.
Right.
It's never going to happen.
Never going to happen.
No.
Broadway's the workhorses.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's very clear, especially when you have a Hollywood celebrity or a really commercial music artist coming in, and they're blown away.
Yes, and they very often can't sustain.
They very often can't.
But it's like they also do this stuff where they find out how much money they can make in each show, and so they'll do like a 5-show weekend at Wicked.
Sure.
Where that's a long ass show and you're asking people to do double twos. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
And for those young witches who are shrieking their heads off, that's a lot. It's no wonder why they want them young.
Sustain, that endurance.
Yeah.
There was a lot of talk this year around the classical arts like ballet and opera and Broadway really used to exist in every American household because there was the TikTok wasn't everywhere, right? Do you think that Broadway is sort of bound to become institutionalized museum style like ballet?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't
like to
think
hear
so.
that makes me
everybody
feel
for
good.
every year said theater's dying. Theater will never die. The
it's just
live
like New York,
experience
right?
will never die. I mean, it's since the early Roman, early Shakespeare. It's never going to die. I just wish they'd be a little more. I wish Broadway would take a chance and do more new work.
Yeah, right.
New voices, new work. Yeah.
In your career, as we all do, at some points, the going gets tough and life can get hard. Is there something that happened in your life or maybe a moment in your life where you felt that being a performer on Broadway actually helped you out of that moment?
I don't know about Broadway, but just being a performer, I had to put my dog down while I was doing Gardens of Annuncia. And I put him down at 4 and did a show that night.
Oh,
and it was
that's really hard.
It was really hard. And he was my little love. When stuff like that happens, when you lose somebody or, something major happens, it's nice to have an outlet to channel that kind of pain, depending on what you're doing, if it warrants that or if it's a comedy thing to channel that, but everybody goes through stuff and everybody has a life. Everybody has things happen to them and you have to perform. Although these young kids these days, like what I'm hearing from people is like, they'll just call out. I'm tired. I don't want to.
Has Broadway gotten soft?
I don't know about Broadway, but I've heard that about some off-Broadway things with young people where they're like, I don't feel like it tonight. That's unheard of in my age group. It's like, what? I performed with 104 fever. You get your ass on that stage, but it's different now.
Is that, if you were to play mentor, is that advice you would give to?
Yeah. I've heard several. How do you say for long runs? How do you keep saying the same things over and over again? That's your job as an actor. You have to find a way to make it fresh every single time you do it. If you are walking through, then you don't belong in the business because you don't know who's out there. It might be somebody whose life changes by seeing the show. So you have got to be 110% every time you perform. If you're sick and you're not able to, nowadays, if you're sick, you stay home because you don't want to spread it around. But before COVID, if you were sick, you'd still perform. Now you got to be careful because you don't want to spread it to everybody.
Sure, so. Things have changed a little bit.
Yeah, things have changed a little bit. But, I don't get that. I just really don't feel like it tonight. Too bad. Get out there. Find a way to plug yourself in. Find it. Yeah.
And that's a very Italian sensibility.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry,
that's
Mary.
exactly.
I mean,
it is.
This is how we
yes, nose to the grindstone. But also, it's a challenge as an actor because, if you're in I've done 2 long runs, both 2 years long, and
2 years is a long time.
Yeah, and you have to find, there were shows where I'd just say every line differently. I just find a way to say it differently, and it jazzes you in a new way. You find things. You're like, oh, I never thought of that thing. And it's that challenge as an actor, you know? I think it's great.
If I gave you a magic wand right now, what would you want to fix about Broadway?
I want them to take chances on new work. I mean, there has been, like, Hadestown was new and it happened, and I guess Schmigadoon is new, although it's like sort of parodying old things, but I haven't seen it, so I don't know. And I just want them to take, like, because I love new work and new voices, and it just takes a long time. Like, I've been working on several MJ Lack shows, Michael John's shows, and it's 4 or 5 years before, you know, of working. But that's how long it takes.
Anything particular in the like that you're excited about? That
yeah, 2 of his shows that I'm working on. One's called American Eclipse, which is an incredible show about the 1800s, total eclipse of the sun that happens in the middle of the country.
Okay, and
the storylines are everyone that's Black, Asian American, Native American, white, and they all sort of come together. It's an incredible story with like every sort of character you can think of. And also we're doing a show for Transport Group next year about Jolie Gabor, the mother of the Gabor sisters. So that's next year. For Transport Group.
Amazing.
So that'll be off Broadway.
Amazing.
I don't know about American Eclipse. I think we're going to have to do probably an out of town something. I don't know where and I don't know when.
Okay.
But that's the nature of a new musical. So I'd like them to stop doing so many revivals. Like, I don't want to see Gypsy again. Honestly, I'm not talking about performers. I don't need to see that show one more time. Although people are like, it's the best show, it's the best musical ever. Maybe, but give it a rest. Give it a rest.
For a little while, a couple decades.
Yeah, a couple decades. Give it a rest. Just the revivals are driving me crazy.
But it's probably because there's a dearth of new stuff.
Well,
and again, the Broadway audiences want to.
They're working on 42nd Street.
We know that. I mean, yeah.
You know, I don't know anything about it. I mean, I love Richard Jones, who's directing it. I love him. I
think they're working and reworking from what I hear.
Yeah, I think they're getting rid of some characters. And, Because I was like, who's going to play Maggie and Bert? Right. Jonathan Freeman and I were in the last thing. And a friend of mine who knows stuff is like, they're gone. Those characters are gone. I was like, oh, okay. This will be interesting. But I love Richard Jones. He's visionary. I adore him. So it might be interesting.
Our trademark question, which is similar to what I just asked, but if you could ban something from Broadway for the next 25 years, aside from Gypsy, aside from Gypsy, what would it be?
Oh, God.
You already said the audiences, by the way.
There's a sound, too, that these young singers are making that's like, oh, stop. It's this, I'd like to ban that.
Mm-hmm. It's not a good sound.
I would like a more fuller, richer tone. It seems like those television shows with the singers have muddied the water. And
like the singing competition shows.
Yeah, the singing competition shows, and everybody's riffing. Everybody is riffing. Now, listen, there
Producer
are people.
Nathaniel is ugging off. Yeah.
No, listen, there are people like Shoshana Bean can riff all she wants. She's fantastic, right? And there are tons of people who can riff and they sound great. But everybody is riffing these days. And it's like, just sing the notes. Try and just sing the notes. Listen, I'm guilty of it too. When I was young, I riffed a lot. But it's just rife. And that sound is really annoying to me.
Rife with riff, if you will.
Rife with riff. Yeah, exactly.
I want to interject a question going on new musicals. Something that Matty and I are talking about. We have a lot of young actors that listen, but we have young writers as well.
Oh, yeah.
And you've gotten to work with so many incredible, special, smaller pieces.
Yes.
So my question is, as someone who has gotten to originate and work in that settings, do you have any advice, any stay-aways at least for young writers?
Stop trying to sound like Sondheim. Mm-hmm. Like, just be your own, do your own talent. you know, the way you want to express yourself. I think it's probably smart it's not about dreaming big. I think it's just about trying to keep it manageable in a way that it's more producible. But, you know, if it's a big show that you've got in your head, then it's a big show, you know. But I think the thing that's a killer for actors and writers is don't do what you think people want, because they don't ever know what they want. So you have to just do what's in your brain and what thrills you and what turns you on and whatever that is. And that's what I think my advice would be for young writers. Just like, because everybody tries to sound like Sondheim.
They really do. The vamping.
Yeah, you know, and it's like he did his. He's there, you know. He did his thing. Now it's time for you to do your thing, which is not that. So do what's in your heart. You know.
You've talked about your relationship with Sondheim.
He wasn't my favorite person.
He just kind of fell into the category of asshole policy, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Just
but
not,
listen, you
not
know,
nice.
He wasn't nice to me, but I don't really care. You know, I take nothing away from his talents. He wrote some incredible things. Who's that?
Probably a package.
Oh,
It's Nana. It's my dog. I taught her how to use the
Dad.
I do have a beautiful.
Do you need to go see?
No. They leave it there. I have a beautiful pit bull, but I wasn't sure if you wanted to meet her or not. But
where is she?
She's at daycare.
Oh,
yeah, I know.
Baby.
I, the minute you walked in, I said, "Oh, Mary, Mary
I'm a
probably
dog.
does like dogs."
I
but
do. I'm a dog.
I didn't.
Look, I got a tattoo for my dog.
Oh, what kind of dog?
He was a mini pincher.
Oh, so
I loved
cute.
him
Yeah,
so
we're a
much.
big dog. Yeah, she's right here. That's
Yeah.
her. That's her little
Oh,
cute little
she's
face.
sweet baby.
She's this sweet. She's 3. She's just adorable. And she's named Nana, like Peter Pan Nana.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
No, he just was always mean to me, and you know, there are people who love him, and people who had good relationships with him have good relationships with him. I'm like, okay.
I believe, and we talk about that a lot here, because as folks want to kind of manicure and try and emulate the folks who came before them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wisdom in don't meet your heroes, because most often you are going to be disappointed.
Yeah, no, I've always felt that way. I mean, there have been times where I've met people that I just thought were extraordinary, and they've been lovely.
Sure.
But I try not to have any hero worship at all. I think I learned that in Catholic school. You know what I mean? I think I learned that
part.
That's a good thing to learn.
That part.
Yeah.
That part.
And also, I didn't grow up listening to musical theater.
What were you listening to? I mean,
I was listening to Leon Russell and Joe Cocker
Cool.
and stuff like that. You know, Prince later, but
sure.
You
Is
know,
that what were your parents listening to? They were
my
probably
parents were listening to Frank. My mother was Frank Sinatra
Sure.
and Tony Bennett.
Yeah.
You know, so that was great.
Right.
And I listened to them too, and they were great. But I think we had Pippin. Was the only musical theater album we had that I remember listening to. And I would just dance in the living room to that opening number. But I didn't have a musical theater history. I still don't, because the majority of stuff that I've done has been new, with the exception of revivals on Broadway, you know. But I don't have musical theater history, so I don't know. And I've said this, I just said this to Ted Chapin. I could never be a Tony voter or a Tony nominee.
Okay.
Because I do not want to see everything. I just don't. I do not want to spend my time seeing things that are going to annoy me.
I think it's grueling.
It is grueling.
The Tony voters that I know, and especially seasons like this where everything comes out at the same time.
Yes.
I mean, and I know I saw pretty much everything this
Did you?
season.
Were you
I
a
really
voter?
did. I'm not a voter. No,
Okay.
I'm just a fan. My ass started to hurt.
I'm
I
sure.
just could not sit down anymore.
And also, it's hard now. Like, it's good if it's a 90-minute show.
And those were
there's
very welcome.
Yeah, those are very welcome. And I love a 90-minute show. We all do as performers. I know I do. And I
Right.
know a bunch of people that love a 90-minute show. Some of these shows are like 3 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes. That's a long time.
It's a really long time.
Yes. I mean, and they all used to be that long. So
And they all used to be that. But again, as we speak about how the audiences have evolved and
Yeah.
changed, in the age of TikTok, I think the 3-hour musical is probably a
unless
dying
it's
breed.
really
Unless it's really good.
Yeah, unless it's any show, any play. If it's 3 hours, it's got to be really engrossing.
Is there a dream show? I know we don't want to do revivals. Is there a dream, maybe subject matter or something you'd like to explore on stage?
I've always said this, and I'm too old to do it now, although I don't see why. I've always wanted to do Taming of the Shrew. And at one point, when Brian Kulick was running CSE and I was doing Caucasian Chalk Circle there, he said, "Is there something you want to do?" And I said, "Yeah, I want to do that." So he scheduled a reading, and it was me and Mark Kudish playing Petruchio. And I think they loved Mark, and they talked to Mark about stuff. I don't think they liked me at all doing it. So it never happened. But I think I would love to figure out why she's what she is, you know? And I also think she needs to be older because I just find it interesting. Not Kiss Me Kate, Taming of the Shrew.
No, for sure. Arcade, I know.
But I don't think it'll ever. I've been saying that for years and it's never happened.
It was one of the first shows I ever did in high school. And then this is when we were like first logging online, and my passwords are not this anymore, but all of my passwords for like AIM and AOL were Petruchio, like 1,
Really?
2, 3, 4.
Is that who you played?
I was Petruchio, and I got mono. It was the first time I got mono. My Kate had mono. I was a heavier kid, and I got sick, and I think I lost 25 pounds
Because you had mono?
Because I had mono, and everybody was like, "Wow, Fatty Matty's not fatty anymore because you got mono."
That's like such an Italian story too.
It is. And of course, here's the gay closeted gay kid that got it from his Kate and Taming of the Shrew. I had canker sores on my tongue, in my throat.
You
It was
poor thing.
horrible. It was
Lord.
horrible.
Oh my God.
I know, and I couldn't eat. I just wasn't hungry.
So that's not a good memory for
Not
you.
a good memory.
No, well, sorry about that.
Memory. All right, let's kick it off. I have let's do some this or that's. We can cut it or not, and just we'll go kind of rapid fire. This or that, Providence or New York?
New York.
Dell's Lemonade or Aperol Spritz?
Oh God, I like them both.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to find a way to put them together.
Oh, that'd be
That would be
good.
such a nice Rhode Island
Actually,
thing.
that's an excellent
idea. Should
Dell's
we-
Lemonade. So for the adults.
Right.
That's a
They
really
do
good idea.
Spiked lemonade, like a what do they call it? A shandy with
But
like
what's in
beer. It's got to be Dell's Lemonade, and I think like it's like a beer, right?
Beer?
Yeah,
Ew.
weird, right?
Yeah, no.
Dell should do like
And Aperol. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Maybe we're gonna have like cocktail brand
Yeah,
right
yeah.
on Mary.
Yeah.
Xanadu or Oklahoma?
Oklahoma. Although I like them both. Xanadu was so much fun to do. Yeah.
Wicked or Chicago?
Chicago.
Leading role or scene stealing supporting?
Both.
Tony win or lifetime achievement?
I don't know because I've not had any of them.
Opening night or closing night?
Opening night is always fun,
Orchestra or mezzanine?
depending on the show.
Cast party or early bedtime?
Cast party for a while. Yeah.
Cabaret gig or concert with an orchestra?
Orchestra.
I know the answer to this one. New musical or classic revival?
New musical.
Gay bar or gay brunch?
Gay brunch, I guess. Gay bar. What would I do in a gay bar?
You'd be Mary Testa in a gay bar.
Yeah.
You'd be free drinks.
I'd be like, okay. I'm not even drinking that much lately.
That's good.
Which is real
That's good.
weird.
Do you like to drink? What's your drink of choice?
A vodka martini.
Oh yeah, I'm a dirty vodka.
Me too.
Dirty, as dirty as possible.
Tito's.
Tito's.
Yeah.
She's up there.
I see it. But I haven't really had that much. I had a Tito's on my birthday, which was
You're a Gemini,
Yeah.
just recent, right?
June 4th was my birthday. So I had
happy
a Tito's.
birthday,
Thank
Mary
you. I had a
Testa.
Tito's martini on my birthday,
Oh.
but only one.
Oh.
Yeah.
With the birds, or were you out?
No, I was out. I had
Okay.
friends take me out to dinner.
Mary, I need to thank you so much. This was such a nice drama club conversation.
Thank you so much for asking.
Where can people find you aside from TikTok?
I'm not on. I don't make TikToks. I just
That's
watch.
clear.
I just watch.
You're only consuming the content, not creating.
I'm on Instagram only for business.
Okay.
I don't even know what my handle is to tell you the truth.
All right. All
Because
right.
I don't do it. I have
all right.
somebody who does it.
We'll
Yeah,
we'll put it.
but
But why
that's-
don't you have a TikTok? Do you know you could probably?
I don't. That's not.
I don't know. I
I'm
might
not
have
interested.
a pitch for you. I feel like we need
No,
to make
I'm not
Mary
interested.
a little
I'm not
TikTok
interested.
celeb. You're on there all the time. You may as well be making money.
I
off
have
of it.
never seen myself on there ever.
I can show you videos.
I don't need to see it. But no. But I'm happy that shows get out that way, Yeah. But I don't want to make.
Okay.
There's plenty of people who make
That's true. It's true.
every day, who make a lot of content.
Mary, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining Drama Club. We love
Thank
you
you.
so much. To all of our friends out there, of course, you can find us on all streaming platforms. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Music. Follow our YouTube channel, Instagram, and TikTok at Drama Club with Matty. And then follow me at Matty Majacomo. Until next time, nerds, I'm Matty Majacomo. And thank you for listening to Drama Club with Matty.